Welcome to the next episode of the Wedrive project, and they didn't expect that. But Robert over here in the background just helped me with taking off some parts of my car. Hopefully he decides to put them back on my car, because that would be a shame. And then I just found this under my car. I guess my car is trying to grow a tree. Anyway, so we're gonna work on my car. I'm gonna grow a tree in Robert's shop, and we're gonna look at other stuff too, and our project car, and yeah, whatever.
There's only one line mounted to it, and it's this power steering cooler line.
So that shouldn't be much of an issue, should
No,
it?
I can just tap a hole on the other side of it once we get it done. It's just rubber.
It's just a big rubber bushing there.
Yeah. Make a all aluminum plate instead of this metal one, and it should stiffen the rigidity across it, although the car's really rigid already, so but it'll look cooler at least. Nothing else.
It will look cooler when you're moving. You can kind of see that both sides of the control arm here have a little bit of like inward motion that they can go with, because there's nothing connecting these pieces here. So even that thing as an X is going to have some give, because X's have give if you squash them hard enough. And zip ties to the rescue. Zip ties are good. We're getting my new tires put on. Juan was like, yeah, we'll help you, no problem. And then David was here, and Eric.
You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from falling, falling, falling. You can't stop me from falling, falling, falling.
The new tires are on the car. Thanks to all these guys back here, still doing stuff.
I know. Yeah, I thought you.
What's going on right now? Dude, before you just go on trying to throw that on there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It might not be perfect the first time, so we gotta figure out, like...
That's okay. That's okay.
It might be, though. Who knows? Yeah, nailed it. Look at that profile.
Nailed it.
Well, we'll see. It's not on yet. It's gonna be this one. Oh, we'll see. Yeah. That's it. Perfect. That's all. See if they have a lock.
What did Robert forget this time?
His wallet in the car.
And the prices.
And the prices.
That's right, Juan. Now he's saying Juan to do his work for him.
Yeah, what the hell?
Juan has the parts
Yeah.
and the prices. Now we can leave the store and go put them back on the car. Oh look, and Robert.
Hi.
The one who made us go back. Alright, now hold it up and show people what you made.
Just kind of a cross brace plate. Saves a few pounds, should stiffen the chassis a little bit. Just messed up the profile on this side somehow.
It's okay. I mean, it's like a little tiny piece of metal that had to be taken off, but
Usually I like to have in the car when I'm prototyping something too, because I'll do a bunch of test cuts before I make a final cut on the nice material.
But here it is, shiny piece of metal going up.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, just barely. Look at that. Right there. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, so close.
One more.
All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The beauty that is now making my suspension and more importantly my steering firmer in the front. And it'll be just a tad firmer.
Should be. Drop some pounds. Yeah. So this is 6061 T6 aluminum. We use this alloy for things that need to be more rigid. So when we have something that doesn't need any malleability in it, 6061 or 5052 or 5053 are both really good alloys. And so we got 6061 for this because it's a little bit easier to cut, a little bit easier to machine, but it also has really good rigidity and really good corrosion resistance. So.
Super stoked to already have custom parts on the Audi. Didn't expect that. Was not planning on it either. Big shout out to Robert Clark. Thank you for making that happen. If you guys want to find out more about Robert Clark's builds, he's Clark Fab Evo 9. We'll have his tag down below. It's Sunday and we're gonna go drop in on Hood River Cars and Coffee and check out what they're up to. We're also gonna hook up with Elazar Reyes and check out his M5. He's also one of the founders of Hood River Cars and Coffee and Dapper Auto Family. So yeah, we're going.
Hey, my name is Elazar Reyes. It's my 08 BMW M5.
I'm gonna start with you own a BMW M5 with a V10 in it.
Yes.
So what's it like to change your spark plugs?
It's a pain in the ass. It is really hard to get to the back ones, but
I'd imagine.
doable.
And just overall, like living with a V10, like run us through it. And we're gonna have a little bit of noise as more of the car club shows up and we can talk to it.
Yeah. Having a V10 is insane. It's whole different motor, whole different beast. The sound, the performance, the torque, it's the linear power that it has. Just doesn't stop pulling.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
And you're talking, I mean, to catch you guys up a little bit, this is his daily. Like not like it sits in the garage and he brings it out on the weekends. Like, Ellis, I drive this to work. He drives it everywhere. There's rock chips in the hood from that exact thing right there, which is actually like, it's almost like a sign of roadworthiness.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. So
it doesn't leave. It leaves the house with me everywhere I go.
yeah, which is awesome.
We did from Mexico to Canada one time in this car, 4,000 miles.
Yeah, which is
It was awesome.
It's brutal.
It's awesome.
And so, talk us through the car a little bit. Like, what's it? I mean, it's a V10. Omar just walking in front of the camera. Good job, Omar. So the car has, you know, we know it's a V10, but like, talk us through the car as a whole. Like, what's the setup, drive line?
The car is
drive
pretty
train?
much, it's a Formula One car on a four-door chassis. It's got tube frame, all lined up, all aluminum. It's got the big V10, of course, 3-inch piping all the way back. It's mapped out for 500 horsepower. It's insane. So it's pretty much a race car with a four-door body.
Yeah. And the V10 comes from, not from BMW originally, right? It comes from somebody else?
No, it's a BMW motor.
BMW designed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the last year of the V10. So after this, the M5s went to a twin-turbo V8, which is a little bit more power, but not the V10.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. So, like we were saying, yeah, it's not just a pain in the butt to change spark plugs, but I mean the intake manifold is covering everything on this motor. So I mean, if you want to do anything, you got to take that off first.
Oh yeah.
Is that a pain in the butt?
It is. It's 10 individual throttle bodies, so each throttle body has a gasket. So each throttle body's got to be disconnected because it's not just one. It's 10 throttle bodies.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
It's insane.
So you find yourself spending a lot of time just to do normal maintenance.
Thank goodness I haven't had to do any of that yet. I mean, I've done spark plugs when I first got it, and the oil cooler I just put in, but nothing too much. As long as you maintain it, it lasts.
Big thanks to Elazar for showing us this M5. That thing is just madness. If I owned one of those, I probably wouldn't drive it legally very often. It's the best way to put that. But I'm not done with Elazar. I wanted to catch up with him a little bit about Hood River Cars and Coffee, as he's one of the founders, and I wanted to get a little bit more background on his introduction to the car culture and kind of how he started building cars and doing all that fun stuff. So let's check it out.
Pretty much, I grew up in California in the Bay Area, and the race scene was huge down there. So I started off right out of high school, built my first Honda Civic. It was a 91 hatch. Nobody was doing swaps back in 95.
Yeah, you were just building the motor that you had, right?
Yeah, so what I did was I was one of the first ones in the Bay Area to build an LS swap. So I did a 1.8 liter dual overcam non-VTEC motor in a 91 hatch. I mean, it was fabricating motor mounts, wire harnesses, and everything. So I was really big in the scene down there. And then opportunity came up to move up to Oregon, and moved up here with that car. Raced for a long time here. Ended up integrating VTEC to the thing with the VTEC head. And
which
then
we talked about once before with Sam's car. How,
For sure.
You know, you buy a kit and
For
you
sure.
slam a
For
VTEC
sure.
head on.
Yeah, and at that time, you know, like I said, nobody was really doing it. So
it was new.
it was new
back
new
then.
technology.
And now it's like we were saying with Sam. It's like you go online, buy the kit, do it.
Yep,
You were doing it in
I
a
did it real
pioneering
time, man.
age. Yeah.
So pretty much fabricate everything that you can to make it work. And it was a 13-second car, all motor,
Yeah. Front wheel drive.
front wheel drive.
Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then at that time, started Hazardous Sport Car Club back then, which was, you know, mainly imports. And then, I don't know, things happened. I got out of the scene for a minute, then got into some old school cars. And then, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago, me and a couple guys that were in Hazardous Sport before decided to start another car club. And started Dapper Auto Family. But with that happening, we started Cars and Coffee.
At the same time, kind of?
Same time.
Yeah.
Because when I was in California visiting family and friends, we'd go to the Cars and Coffee down there. And there wasn't really anything around here. So it was a pretty cool concept, you know, just car meet for local guys or anybody. with cars, trucks, motorcycles, and got together. We all pretty much just started meeting up, and
that was like the open. That's the open
Pretty
side
much.
of the group.
pretty much that's the open side, and it's grown pretty good. We've got a pretty good name out there. We've got over 600 followers on Facebook right now, 600 members, so it's growing pretty good.
Well, thank you very much, Elazar.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah, Wedrive project.
Elazar is also a co-founder and member of Dapper Auto Family, a car group that we find ourselves doing projects with quite often. So if you'd like to give them a follow, check out the link in the description below. A big thank you to Elazar and Hood River Cars and Coffee for letting us crash their get together. If you want to find out more about them, you can check them out on Facebook, Hood River Cars and Coffee. We'll have their links down below in the description. In the meantime, we got one more car to show you. This is by far one of my favorite cars. I would own 2 JDM cars, and this is one of them.
You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from falling, falling, falling. You can't stop me from falling, falling, falling. You can't stop me from flying.
Hi, my name is David Curl. This is my 1977 Toyota Celica GT liftback.
So you took the engine out. What engine did you put in here?
It's the original engine. I rebuilt it last summer.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw photos of it taken out though.
Yep.
So that's a pretty big feat, because you don't just take an engine out that easily.
Well, it wasn't too bad, honestly.
You have right away, you're going straight.
Yep.
Idiots. Idiot drivers here. That's what just happened.
Yeah, but it's not too bad because, I mean, I had all the resources at work, so books and manuals and all that stuff for torque specs.
So, this engine produces not a huge amount of horsepower.
I would probably say maybe 100 if I'm lucky.
And that's like a good day when it's hot.
Yeah.
And all the fluids are like really nice and actually fluid.
Yeah, I noticed a better increase in power with the manual though. The automatic was a dog.
So besides that, what else have you done to the car?
Full interior. It used to be brown. Now it's black. There's nothing really I haven't touched on this car.
I love this car. That's really the only way to put it. I think what David's done with this thing is absolute perfection. The only thing else you could do with this is make it go faster, and I bet that's in David's plans already. One of the best parts about building this classic car is David doesn't have to dig through old part bins. He gets to look through new catalogs because the Toyota 86 has exact bolt-on parts like this Techno Toy tuning that David's added to upgrade his suspension and steering. It's just amazing. It's like Toyota knew it was going to happen. But the best part about this car is that this car has David's heart and soul poured into it. And you can really tell by the way he drives it, loves it, and works on it. So, thank you, David. Seriously, I cannot tell you enough how much I love this car and how grateful I am for you putting it in its rightful place. to this car include?
Either the 1UZ V8 out of the Lexus or a 2JZ out of the Supra or Lexus, whichever one it comes out of.
So this thing is going to be a sleeper eventually.
Yeah, my goal is 500 horsepower.
Big thanks to David for letting me check out his car. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that car being on the road. It's definitely one of my favorite cars. Like I said, I'd only own 2 JDM cars. I'd own that car right there, and I'd own a 240 Fairlady Z, and it'd have to be a 70s model as well. So it's real limited. I really appreciate that style of car and the fact that David's put so much elbow grease into it to bring it back to, you know, its original and former glory is very appreciated by myself, and I'm sure many others when they see that thing on the road. So thank you again for letting us check it out. Next episode, I will show you guys the Audi, because all of a sudden it's getting worked on, and that wasn't in the plan, but it's happening. So I'm gonna catch you guys up on the Audi, and then we're gonna do more car stuff with Wanderers Car Club next episode. So thank you guys for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys next time.